Hey everybody, welcome to Black Popcorn. We're here today to talk about Joe Biden again. His name keeps popping up in my head because he's really pissing me off. He's old and I know he's on mental decline and he ain't being rational and thinking like a normal person would. I just couldn't imagine what it would be like for him to be a young whippersnapper like he used to be and some old dude holding up the country because that's what he's doing. Everybody's life here, ooh, that's messed up. He's not the oldest person in the country, but he is old. A lot of people in this country are a lot younger than him. All he needs to do is get out the way. Him and take some of them folks with you, but step aside, Joe. You got to go. We're going to deal with whatever repercussions come from this. I don't know if Kamala is in the plans. I don't know if they plan on bringing in one of the governors from one of the Democratic governors from the who knows? I have no idea, and I really don't care. I want you to step aside, Joe. I want to hear that next president's platform. If that next president adopts your platform, then they're going to adopt your negative anti-black ways. And they're not going to give us anything as far as a negotiation or something to show that you're trying to close that gap. And you know the gap that we're talking about, the one that has existed since we were dragged over here. So at this point, we need to get somebody on that Democratic ticket who does not think that the black vote comes with being a Democratic candidate. It doesn't. The black vote is going to have to start coming with someone giving us something as far as a negotiation where we can sit down, make a negotiation, it be given to us, honored, and not dragged into court, and not people being sued over it, but a negotiation between a group of people who deserve it more than probably anybody in this country, my opinion. But we deserve that. Joe Biden deserves to have given it to us over these years. I would have thought if he was such of a civil rights, pro black kind of a guy and being the vice president to the first black president, that we should have had some progress and some movement in that administration. That didn't happen. And because it didn't happen, it's all good. But don't be coming over here now acting like we homies, acting like we ain't, Joe. We ain't good like that. You old, you need to step down. Anybody born in the 30s and 40s, it's a bad time for the country. It's not a good time. The Jim Crow, the anti this and anti that, and Trump, he's wanting to be make it great just like that again. So what the hell do we got to do? We got to negotiate with which one of them fools that's racist as hell. Because if you want to argue about who's the most racist, you might have a good, long, deep conversation with a lot of beer drinking going on. But if you just want to argue about if they're racist, they both racist. We know this, but let's go down to who's the most racist. Shit, who knows? I couldn't tell you, but I think Joe Biden, being a politician, has done more damage. Uh, Trump back in the day was hanging out with a lot of black people and people who were like kind of, I don't know what you call them. They weren't really politically connected, but they were just out there and about there. And back in the day when he was hanging out with Sharpton, Sharpton wasn't the kind of Democrat he is now. He's kind of on the outside. Remember, he said, man, it's still Sharpton. He said, "Whew, let's thank God that some presidencies never got off the ground." But Biden is another one. I wish he'd never been president. I don't think he's a good president at all. I don't think it's hard to be a good president, but it's easy to be a bad one, and he's a horrible one. I mean, to take the group of people that elected you into office, because Jim Clyburn, it's just a story that don't even seem true. Jim Clyburn, if I look at that dude on TV, he's nobody I follow. He's no one I listen to. All he ever say is stuff that don't make no damn sense. I heard him defending he was defending Biden about the not being prepared for the debate. He overtrained. He was I was like, really? This ain't boxing. This is politics. Even if you do feel a little nervous or whatever, you've been doing this for over 40 years. If you can't get up to that mic, when you choking, it's because somebody hit you with a question you weren't ready for, or you're mentally declined and you're not capable of answering the question no matter what they ask you. They could probably ask you, what was your son's name again? You know, the one that passed away, and that might have been the end of the debate. You'd be like, ah, you know what I mean? And that's what Joe is doing, that kind of stuff. And we just sitting here playing like they need to tell us he's incapable. And then we'll go on July 9th, July 10th. Oh, yeah, you heard what John Pierre, whatever the hell her name is, said? oh yeah, Joe Biden is mentally incapacitated. Really? I kind of thought this shit. Come on, man. We don't need them to do that. They don't need to make a news announcement. They don't need no press conference. No, they not with me. What they need with me is for Joe Biden to get out the way. And anybody within 10 or 15 years of his age, stay back. We need somebody young. We need somebody who's not caught up in the racism. We need somebody who don't lie all the time. If you tell the truth and you're ready to sit down and be like, yeah, black people do deserve something. I'm not the person to say what. They might not be either. But we need to sit down and negotiate it. We got to share this country and y'all got to make it right. We can't keep walking around here looking like this, man. It ain't right. And then you getting on news interviews embarrassing us. Even if we was suckers like that, which it appears we are when it come to politics, and then you get on there and say that kind of stuff about us. Oh, the black people, oh, you just follow me. Yeah, come on, Joe Biden, man, don't be doing us like that. Step down. You've done a lot of damage to us, and we still, at this moment, will support you in the majority. There's still a lot of us who are waking up here and peeling away from that. And I think going forward, it's going to be different in this country. There's no way that a group of people who were given the right to vote, a better right to vote in 1964 and 1965, and have voted for one party religiously since that time are capable of voting strategically yet. They need to be uh, working on a plan, working on a way that they can improve their voting tactics, and include negotiation in there. I don't know. I just feel like we need to do better than that. Joe Biden, is that the best we can do? I'm embarrassed. I am so embarrassed. That I gotta vote with my folks. I gotta go where we all gonna go. And I might not agree. I might think you guys are asking for too much. I might think you're not asking for enough. But as long as you asking, I'm with it. And not asking for no handout. We need to some treaty or some negotiation or some legal form signed so that this is an amendment somewhere, not something that campaign promise. Because we know what's up with them campaign promises. That's all. We ain't going for it no more, y'all. Let's get this right, and let's get that membership up on Black Popcorn. You guys like, share, comment, subscribe, hit me up, comment, send me an email. If you got a idea for a show, if you want to come on the show, hit me up. We'll holler at you as we trying to get a hold of everybody this political season and really find out what's going on out there. Because we're hearing a whole lot of stuff and I don't believe it all. So we're gonna get down to the root. And until next time, we'll see you on Black Popcorn.